My brother's forgiven
All right,
me.
season
He,
3,
Dr.
episode
Han,
number 4.
Brother Noomsi has forgiven me.
Good morning, Ron, back here.
Dear brother,
I know
thank
it's been
you,
a minute
thank you,
from
thank
here.
you.
Been wow.
Yeah, it's been a while, but
We taking like this year. We doing months. Like we doing
I don't
it's
know
like
what's going
every
on.
other
Yeah.
month or something.
I guess it's but we're doing other projects in between.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We got other stuff going on.
I mean, life and work, you know what I mean? But like you said, we do got some other projects. I know you got the Men in Marriage series going on right now.
That's right,
3
man.
episodes, right?
3 episodes in, just having the conversation with other men, just talking about marriage, what your expectations were before and after marriage. How do you want to tell everybody else who's thinking about marriage, going through marriage, or even thinking about separation? Like, how do we talk through these things as men?
Right.
So we're gonna get some women on there too. So don't feel like we slighting the women.
So Men in Marriage with women.
It's gonna be men in marriage with a woman's perspective on some of the things that men are talking about.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah. So
like let them watch a couple episodes and then
Right.
like they be able to put their little 2 cents in.
Exactly,
Like, well, from my perspective, this is how it go.
Exactly.
Nah, I dig it.
It's the whole, men talking blue, women talking pink. So
Nah,
you're not
man,
really hearing each
all
other.
day.
You know what I'm saying?
All day, every day.
So yeah, that's what it's about. So Men in Marriage, check us out on YouTube and all streaming platforms. We on there. You got new project you just did as well, right?
Yeah. So I got already vetted. It's coming out pretty soon. So pretty much I sit down with those that have served, veterans, and we just talk about their experiences in the military. From being here, basic training in tech school or AIT, versus being overseas and how that experience is for them. So the first one was with me and my father. Or me and our father. I'm sorry.
Okay, he didn't birth me either.
Clearly, if you see the video, you'll see who he looks more like. But it's with our father Charles. So it was interesting to kind of interview him. I learned some stuff about him that I hadn't known. It seemed like he had a couple revelations about me that he didn't know. Just about our experiences in the service. And it's interesting because we both, of course, decades apart. But we started out at the same place, which was always an instant connection for both of us when I first joined. So yeah, check it out when it comes out, and we'll have to link it. It'll at least be on the Brother Noomsi Facebook page, hopefully. I mean, not Facebook, but Instagram page, hopefully.
It'll be on all. Yeah, everything we got, Brother Noomsi. Yeah, we'll make sure that we'll link his new already vetted and my new Men in Marriage as well. Yeah. So again. Well, not again, but first time. Spoiler alert for everything that we talk about because we got a lot to talk about and unpack in this episode.
Spoiler alert, nigga. Boondocks Riley, he was like, "Man, you always spoiling something."
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm starting to watch Boondocks again on HBO Max.
I ran back through it.
Man, it is just as funny now as it was when it first came out.
Yo, you can't beat that. You can't beat the Booty Warrior episode, and you can't beat the Scarface.
I like the Gangsta.
Gangsta is pretty good, but the Scarface when Riley was pushing them candy
bars,
World's chocolate or whatever they call it, man, that was good.
Yeah, can't beat it. Boondocks, classics, hood classics.
Hood classics. Everybody should watch it. It
Yeah.
shouldn't be a hood classic.
Everybody
it's
should
just
watch
good.
it.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. All right, so let's just jump into it. Run through this stuff real.
Yeah. Let's start with Disney.
Loki.
Loki. Yeah.
Loki's finished. Set up the MCU Phase 4 pretty well. I thought it was some suspect stuff in there. Of course, I don't know what. This goes back to what we talked about in previous episodes. They're pushing narratives on us that we really don't want to see. So even though Loki was a female and a male, they kissed each other.
It's still a Loki.
It's still a Loki. They're basically the same person.
Well, I mean, he has a huge ego and he's arrogant. So like that goes to that narcissistic, like the only person good enough for me is me.
Right.
So like it kind of fits with the character.
Yeah. But it was a good episode. I mean, the whole series was good.
Yeah, right.
I enjoyed it. Again, spoiler alerts. Kang the Conqueror. He Who Remains is in it. The final episode, great setup. I enjoyed. I'm just excited to see what's coming.
Right. Yeah.
Like all the branches of the multiverse is coming. I hope he shows up. Kane shows up in every single MCU movie coming forward.
I hope so too. Like, I hope that it sets up something like kind of like the one with Jet Li, where like he's going through different multiverses and killing himself off, so he can be like the ultimate bad, and maybe he's getting more power from it. Like they ain't got to go that way, but like just to see, like, say if we're in Doctor Strange and he pops up and he just kills a version, or we're in Hawkeye and he's on, Hawkeye's on Earth, the next TV series, and then all of a sudden here goes a variant of He Who Remains, and he's kind of nerdy or whatever, and then next thing you know, a portal opens, Kane comes in, stabs the guy, and just dips out, and you like
what just happened?
What?
Yeah.
So I think that'd be kind of cool too. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. The actor that played him, Jonathan Major, I think he did a great job.
He would be the new Stan Lee cameo.
Just showing up everywhere.
Yeah, just showing up everywhere. He would, and killing other people.
I mean, it'll still be kind of like Thanos, because like Thanos was at the end of almost every movie.
Yeah, but don't do it at the end. You do it while the movie's going on.
Yeah. But I thought he did a good job. I was excited when he got the role of Kang. I was excited to see him in this because I didn't expect it. I thought it was just gonna be another Loki at the end. So to see the variant of He Who Remains and it be Jonathan Major, like I was super hyped for him. I'm excited for his career to see where it goes. He's gonna be in Creed with Michael B. Jordan, the next Creed 3. So
okay.
I'm sure he's gonna be a good opposition to Creed. But like the brother's acting skills, like just in that little scene, that not little, but because he's pretty much in the whole final episode, but like just everything that he did, the nuances of what he was doing, like I was like, man, this brother's out acting though. But then here's another thing. So I'm gonna talk about acting real quick. So I don't think Tom Hiddleston gets enough credit for his acting. The reason why I say this is because his role as Loki, right? When he wants to, he can steal a whole scene. When he wants to. He's done it in the MCU throughout, you're right. So like he'll pop up in like Thor, and then like he'll steal a scene, and then like next thing you know, like he fades into the background. That takes talent to be able to like know your role and know when to shine and when not to shine, because like there's some people that like if The Rock shows up, you can't help the charisma of The Rock, right? So like you're just gonna constantly be like, okay, yeah, that's The Rock. Like The Rock's in this. Like he took this whole scene over. But Tom Hiddleston will fade into a background to even let somebody like the variant of Sylvie shine. You know what I mean? Or let Owen Wilson shine in the show, which he clearly could have took that over. You know what I mean? Any of their conversations, but like he dials it back. So like kudos to that dude.
Owen Wilson played himself in that movie.
I mean, Owen Wilson's like,
he only has a couple of different characters. Like, yeah, wow, that's him. Like in every movie. But he did a good job too.
He did too.
But it was just, he plays the same guy in every movie.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. I can't think of his boss's name. Renslayer or
Renslayer.
The actress that plays her, I'm upset that she's in Loki because I wanted her to play Storm.
You wanted her specifically to play Storm?
Yes, because she is. She can do an African dialect. I've heard it. I'm pretty sure one of her parents is either from Africa or like migrated from Africa and went to London. So yeah, I did want her to play Storm. Like when I was like, man, who's gonna play Storm in the MCU? That was my pick, but like clearly she's doing something else. She's a school teacher and a judge. Yeah. Like, so we'll see where that goes.
I mean, pick her up in the reboot.
And reboot. Hopefully we don't do that anymore, like for a long time. So by that point, she'll be too old.
No, she won't.
I did enjoy Loki. Did you see Black Widow?
I did see Black Widow. Marvel dropped the ball on this one as far as when they came out with this movie.
Yeah, I think it was a little late.
Yeah, it was late. I mean, it was a good movie, but it would have been better had it came out when it was supposed to have come out.
Yeah, I think I can agree with that. I think the movie is 90% good. So we talk about scene stealers. Florence Pugh as Yelena stole every scene she was in. Like, just took it. Yeah. Like,
she was funny.
So I look forward to seeing her further in the MCU. I liked David Harbour as what was he?
Red Guardian.
Red something.
Red Guardian.
Yeah, he was good. But yeah, so 90% of the movie I thought I really enjoyed until they got to the end and it was like, oh, remember this dude Taskmaster? Oh, remember that little girl that was Black Widow? That's her. I was like, no. One, it goes against the comic. Like, I get that you're all right.
You change it and stuff
Genders and stuff like that. That's fine. But like, you purposely tried to make me think this was a man. Like, purposely. First of all, Olga Kurylenko is way too good of an actress to just be silent for an entire movie and have half her face burnt off.
Deadpooled her.
Second of all, it takes away from Natasha's story. Like, that's a real choice that you have to make. I tried to kill this guy. I wanted to kill him so much that I blew his daughter up. You know what I mean? Like, that's a solid choice. And by her living, and then like her father doing even worse to her by making her pretty much
a cyborg.
Yeah. Like, that Black Widow got off easy. You know what I mean? And it takes that choice away, and it takes away something that you have set up since day one, which is this whole Budapest thing, right?
I thought it was gonna be so much more than that.
Or they should at least showed us when they fought out.
Yeah,
like you see the arrows in the walls and stuff like that.
Yeah, don't tell me that the holes are from an arrow when you don't show me Hawkeye shooting.
Right. So
90%. I think it was 90% good. I think it was maybe 80. I give 80. And the only reason why I dumb it down a little bit for 80 is because there was so much action in this movie. She should have died like 12 times.
No, absolutely. She's not a superhero.
No,
she's a spy.
She's a regular human who can fall out of cars, fall down buildings, you know what I'm saying, fall off of stories of buildings.
Yeah,
hit
she
stuff
fell
on the way down,
like
John
30.
Wick.
She fell like 40 stories at one point and hit like 10 things, and then just got up, and then the other girl that fell was dead.
Stupid. She has no fear. Like, I understand it's a movie. It's a Marvel movie at that. But you set me up for your world building. Like, she's supposed to be a real person.
Right.
Show me some bruises, some cuts, some
What
blood.
they did, they showed some bruises.
Nah, not enough.
Because she took her shirt off and like she was all
enough.
bruised up around.
Yeah, whatever. 80%.
Yeah. And then OT, I think his last name's Fabian. I may be saying that wrong, but he played like he was like he got her things, right?
Yeah.
The
he was the
black
man in the chair.
That's who I thought was gonna be Taskmaster.
That's how they set it up. Yeah.
It would have been so much better.
Underrated.
And then you could just easily did the story where like, because I get it, we don't have mutants and things of that nature just yet, even though they said the guy that Red Guardian broke his arm in arm wrestling, apparently that dude can turn into a bear. So he's a mutant. And it comes from the comic, like that character's name. So people looked it up, and then the actor
I'm trying to figure out how they get that information.
And then the actor that portrayed him came out and was like, "Yep, I'm the first mutant in the MCU." Now I don't know if that's been solidified by Marvel, but like he's claiming it. So all right, but where was I going with that?
I don't know.
I was saying something. Oh, Taskmaster. Like he wasn't. Like I get it if you don't want him to have photographic memorization or be able to adapt to anybody's fighting style. However, I can't think of how they call it in the comic book for Taskmaster, but you could have just gave him photographic memory, which people in real life have. Give him that and just make him extremely skilled, like, and trained. You know what I'm saying? So that way he can pick up on things like that, and he just tries to move over and over and over again because he knows how it works. But yeah, man, just to make it like a computer and a cyborg, and like where does she go from here? Because like Taskmaster in the comics has run-ins with pretty much everybody, and they're always like, not to say he's a comic character, but like he always has fun. Like Spider-Man, like that's always like a good conversation that he has with Spider-Man. Him and Deadpool are hilarious together because he can't figure out Deadpool. Like he can mimic anybody's moves. So therefore, the fighting style matches, so it makes for a good competition. But Deadpool just mops him because, like, you can't track him down. He's too random. Like he's out of his mind. So I don't know where they're going with her. Hopefully, they do like a Mandarin thing and they just wipe her clean.
Exactly.
Like
just let it go.
Yeah.
We got the movie. Just let it go.
And I get it. I feel like at the time that the movie was made, like we were in this very Me Too movement. And now we're out of it. Not out of it, but like it's not like it was. So
it's
like
not at the forefront.
So now it's like, like
yeah. I mean, it was good. You got my money, but it was okay.
Yeah.
80%. It wasn't the worst thing I seen.
It's not. It's by far not. Like, yeah, nah, it's not.
Yeah, it was just very not unpredictable, but unrealistic.
Speaking of Deadpool, did you see his first entrance into the MCU?
With Korg.
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Wasn't expecting nothing less.
Right.
Very good. I know he's got this new movie coming out.
Free guy,
which I think will be good too.
Yeah.
But I hope he does more of those type.
Yeah, where he reviews just projects as Deadpool.
Yep.
It can't cost that much outside of like making his eyes move, because he has the suit. Like Ryan Reynolds legit has the suit at his house, so like he can do that in his home on green screen. Absolutely. And then just
exactly.
Yeah, I thought that was funny and a good introduction. And then I just mentioned somebody else. Oh,
Korg.
Nope. We was talking about redoing her like the Mandarin.
Yeah.
So the Mandarin is going to be in Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings. Yeah. So what did you think about that last trailer they put out?
I thought it was good. I'm all about action.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as that movie got great action and a good story that makes sense, I'm with it.
Yeah. I'm with it too. Like I think it's gonna be a good movie. This last trailer really impressed me because like the first one I was like, like I'm gonna watch it, but like, I wasn't sold.
But I think it's my only thing is how they gonna interweave the fairy tale-ish fantasy type stuff with like the dragons and all that stuff.
Right.
Like where all this stuff been throughout the entire 10 plus years of Marvel so far?
If Netflix was invited to play, right, at universe of like Iron Fist and Daredevil and all them, but in Iron Fist he talked about a dragon.
True.
And Shang Lung or Kung Lung or wherever he's from, or not from, but where he learned his powers. So this could be that world. Like we could be entering in Kung Lung.
Like a fantasy type world. Like he went from this world to another dimension.
Right. Which is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Shang-Chi will probably do based on like the 10 Rings, because now we're entering magic. 10 Rings are magic. So we'll see how that kind of comes into play. But it looks interesting.
It does look interesting. We was talking about Shang-Chi, so it made me think of Snake Eyes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So G.I. Joe coming out with a spinoff of Snake Eyes specifically, which I do like the casting of this movie. Got your man from Warrior.
Right. As Storm Shadow, because they just gave that away on the last trailer.
Yeah. but I kind of
I figured it too, but like don't show me. Don't tell me. That's just like back when Batman v Superman was coming out. I knew they were going to get together and fight somebody else, but don't tell me that's what's going to happen. Same thing with Godzilla versus Kong. I know they're going to get together and fight something else, but then at the last minute, you're going to show me? Leave some mystery to the trailer.
They don't want to leave mystery, man. They want you to come see this specific point.
They think we're idiots is what it is. Like, I don't think they're getting it. So, like, let's just flat out tell them, like, hey, you want to see not only the origin of Snake Eyes, but you want to see the origin of Storm Shadow?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah.
I knew I was getting that. As soon as I saw that dude, like, hey, thanks for saving me. I was like, that's Storm Shadow. And then he cut his beard off. I was like, oh, nah, that's Storm Shadow. I know it's going to be Storm Shadow.
But anyway, I can't wait for this movie because I think it's going to be pretty good.
You think so?
I really do.
See,
story-wise, I don't think the story might be good, but I think the action scenes are going to be good.
On my way over here, I watched a spoiler-free review of it, and they said it's a lot of shaky cam. That bothered me.
It's a lot of action, though. You know
what I'm saying? This is... I don't know why we're doing shaky cam and quick cuts when you have people that can actually do martial arts. I see when you get Matt Damon, like I understand why you're doing quick cuts and shaky cam. Matt Damon is not a trained fighter. The dude clearly the guy from Warrior can fight. Absolutely. We've seen this. Yes. You know what I mean? Like straight on, lock on camera. Let's bring it back some so we can just watch him do what he does, right? So why are we doing quick cuts with him? Like you shouldn't. I felt the same way with Mortal Kombat. I was like, you went and got all martial artists for this cast, and then you quick cut the mess out of the movie. Like, who is in the editing bay? Like, nope, we need another cut here. We need another cut. Not just let it breathe, because people appreciate martial arts.
But people are scared though. They're like, man, what if it doesn't look right?
What if it don't land hard enough or something?
Yeah, all that.
Nah, man.
That's what the cuts and stuff is for, just to show you what I want you to see, even though what I cut out was way better.
Yeah, nah, just trust what you have.
I agree.
Unless the only way I can see that is if like again, if you have somebody that can't fight, or like the choreography was slow, like you just slowed it down on the day that you decided to shoot, so now you have to speed it up some type of way. So now you just cutting because you were like punch, punch, kick. You know what I mean?
I think
like
it would
slow.
be cool for a movie to have that almost Matrix type feel where they are going so fast that you do slow it down a little bit,
Oh yeah.
and then let it go back into regular speed. I think that would be cool.
Which, what I said before, I'm pretty sure I said it on here when Mortal Kombat came out. The guy from
The Raid.
well, he's from The Warrior, The Raid, and what's that other one? Like The Night Comes for Us.
Yeah.
They said he was so fast on the set that they couldn't even track him with the camera. So like, show that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Show me like, where his fists go. Like, this dude is quick.
I don't want to. I trust but verify.
Yeah.
I hear what you said, but I didn't see it. So
Right.
how do I know it was true?
This is like Enter the Dragon. Bruce Lee kicks the mess out of the dude with the claw at the end, right? Before they go into the Hall of Mirrors. He kicks him, and he kicks him so fast you never see the foot. But you know he kicked him because you can see the body jerk, and you can see the dude like clearly go off screen. Like, he might have kicked him for real. Like, he kicked. But you don't see you never see the foot. So it's like, but I appreciate that. And I was like, man, he kicked the shit out of that dude. Like, I felt that kick.
Yeah. Snake Eyes, looking forward to it. G.I. Joe reboot. I don't know if they need to reboot this whole series or not, but
The one with Rock was all right, but the first one was trash with Marlon Wayans and Channing Tatum. That was trash.
I mean, I don't know what you was expecting.
And the story of like how Cobra Commander came
Like,
to be.
I hated that part. The whole Cobra Commander thing. That was terrible. What's his name? Lovett.
Yeah, Joseph Gordon Levitt.
Yeah, just stop.
And he's a good actor.
He is
Like,
a
they
good
could have
actor.
let him just be that, you know. Don't
So-
quit trying to link everybody together.
Yeah,
Like, let the
it's
story be.
It
The
is.
groundwork is there. You're taking the IP that has years of content. Why are we making new content on this same
Because
IP?
I am the director.
So you're gonna put your stamp on
I
it?
want my own twist on it.
Nah. That's why I appreciate Zack Snyder. You see his movies, boom.
Yeah.
You can flip the comic book and see exactly where he got that from.
It's like Michael Bay doing Transformers.
Oh God.
Ridiculous. Let's take a known brand and just change everything.
Right. Change the whole history and
Yeah.
story.
Yeah. Shame on you, Shia LaBeouf.
Right. So speaking of IP, and we're talking about cartoons, what you think of that Masters of the Universe trailer, which comes out I think later this month, next week?
I wish this was a live action movie.
They can't get it right.
They cannot get it right. I agree with that.
I think the studio,
But I
like
wish
every
that it
time,
was.
I guarantee you, every time they get ready to do it, the studio's like, well, why don't you bring it to Earth? And they're like, no, we can't. Like, we did that in the Masters of the Universe movie with Dolph Lundgren. So, like, let's leave it in Eternia. And they're like, I don't know if I want to give money for something like that.
The thing is that these people who are up here don't understand they're sitting on gold.
Right.
Like, you don't have to change nothing. Just make a movie and just put it out the way it's supposed to, and you're going to make millions of dollars.
This is why we need more fanboys to be executives in those seats, right?
Yeah.
Because then, like, if I'm there, I'm like, is Earth? Who said something about some Earth?
Yeah.
Nah, go to Eternia. Like, what are we doing here?
It's like the Taika Waititi's, the other people from Marvel.
Yeah, Kevin Feige.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? What's the other guy name from Silent Bob and Jay and Silent Bob?
Oh, Kevin Smith. He's doing this version. He's doing this cartoon.
I'm saying, like, he needs to have more
influence.
Yes,
he does.
So those are the fanboys, and like there's hundreds more who needs to be in these rooms giving their input on some of these decisions that are being made.
Yeah.
Because they know we're in that our universe of geeking out over this stuff.
I just heard, again, on the right over here, I was listening to something. They said that so David F. Goyer, I think, or S. Goyer, David S. Goyer, who wrote, like, he did the Blade movies. He wrote Man of Steel. So he was talking on a press junket about Man of Steel, and it was like, what are some notes that the studio? Because now we know Warner Brothers gives a ton of notes, right? So he was like, what are some of the notes? He was like, oh yeah, I got this note one time where it was like, Superman uses the ship that he was that he came to Earth in to blow up, Zod's ship. And so the note was, well, if he blows up his ship, how will he get back to Krypton? And he was like,
What?
everybody in the room was like, he doesn't. Like, Krypton's blown up. Like, we did that in the first 10 minutes of the film. Like, what do you... So that just goes to show, like, some of these executives,
They have no clue.
they're so out of touch with everything. Like, it was like, what? Wait, what?
And he probably said it with a straight face.
Yeah, right.
Like, what? Are you not going to answer me?
Wait, I have a question. If we blow up that ship, first of all, it's Superman, and he clearly can travel in outer space. So
Obviously, he forgot that too. Obviously, he can't fly. He's a grounded superhero.
Well, that's just like some executive. It might be in that documentary where they talk about Superman Lives, that the Nicolas Cage version, where somebody gave they was like, I don't want Superman to fight, and I don't think he should fly. And it was like, what are you talking about? This dude owned the IP to Superman at the time.
So you just wanted to be Clark Kent, basically. Clark Kent, just a movie about Clark Kent.
They said no, I'm sorry. Take that back. They didn't say they didn't want him to fight. They said they didn't want him to fight another human being or another, like, what resembles a person. So, like, they wanted him to fight a spider. Have you not seen this documentary, The Death of Superman Lives?
No, I haven't seen that.
It's done by a guy named John Schnepp, who has since passed away. But dude, it's so funny because, like, at first you're thinking, like, this is like Nicolas Cage as Superman is the most ridiculous idea I've ever heard. But then, like, as you watch the documentary, you realize how ridiculous things were just because more on the executive side. And then as you look at the Man of Steel movie, you realize Man of Steel and Superman Returns, which are the two that came after Superman Lives was supposed to come out, right? You see that some of those same things that those executives wanted impact those movies. Mm-hmm. So, like, I don't want Superman to fight another human being. Superman Returns with Brandon Routh, he never throws a punch. He doesn't fight. He gets shot at, and that's like the coolest scene in the movie when, like, a bullet hits his eyeball, but that's it. Like, there's no action really in that movie. Then they wanted him to fight a spider in Superman Lives. So in Zack Snyder's Man of Steel, he goes to fight a pterodome or something like that, and it's like it comes out as like a 3-legged spider. So, like, you see these same script notes live years beyond, which is ridiculous.
Stupid. All right, enough of that.
Yeah, sorry, I deeped out, nerd.
All right, so we went through most of that stuff. Okay, so Lil Dicky, Dave. What you think?
Have you watched the most previous episode? Like,
which one is the most previous?
Well, it's like him and the Asian girl, I don't know her name, but like they're going through, like, they were execs. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen that.
All right, so it's some flashbacks.
So I missed one.
Okay, so I won't talk about that one then. But so it's been good. However, like, of course, the episode with him and the producer, the Jewish producer, that went too far. Too far. It was crazy. This is real crazy.
And the thing that went too far also is to know that this is a real person, a real celebrity who's doing all of this stuff.
Yeah.
It was too much.
But I am liking it. I do think he's, like, they're really showing how much of a narcissist he is. And I think that's gonna come into play, especially after you watch this episode. But like him and, like, I like Doja Cat on it. Like, I was like,
I did watch that one with Doja Cat.
Nah, it's one after that. Yeah. Okay. So, but I was saying I like that episode and just the text and just, you talk about communication, men in marriage, right? So, like, the communication was so different, and, like, just seeing not just the communication, but, like, everything was different for them, right? Yeah. So, like, he's getting opportunities just because he's a dude and a white dude, and the way that he talked to people is being perceived totally different than when she's like, no, you were 2 hours late. Right. You're not doing this right. Like, what do I even have on? And they're like, she's such a bitch. And it's like, why is she being perceived that way when, like, clearly she has an image and a brand, and, like, you're wasting her time. Right. So, like, I got it. Like I love that duality that they were showing in that, and then like to cap it off with like him just like
he went on his rant.
he started going off on like time and all this etiquette and stuff, and like she's a busy, which he should have realized that, right? So then it ends with her like, nope, that's fine, and she was out the door. She was ready to see him. You know what I mean? Mess it up with Doja Cat. Now you gotta go mess with regular Becky.
Right.
So but I'm liking it. I'm interested to see what they do with his friend Mike. I think Gator's on the come up.
Man, Gator, did he snap on the on top of the car?
Yeah.
I like that part. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like that they're giving other characters in this series a little bit of shine. So I definitely appreciate that.
I think it's gonna be more of that in the future.
But I want to hear some doggone Lil Dicky music, because I like his.
Yeah.
I like the way he rap. I like his flow, his style, and everything like that. But we're not getting any of this.
Nah.
And it was just like him when he was over in China or whatever, trying to collab with that other pop star, K-pop star, or wherever he was at, and
Korea, South Korea.
He was trying to blow up his image and everything like that, and he was saying that I don't have an album, I don't have anything because of my creative process, which goes back to the first season when he was talking about it's a creative process. This is the way I do things, this and the other, which was funny, but I tie it back to that's him in real life.
But here's the thing, though, like. They showed like when he was in the studio with YG, he can freestyle. They showed when he was on
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club. Yeah, he freestyled there. So like, do more of that.
Yeah,
and then just like make an album out of that. You know what I mean? Like everything don't have to be organized with hooks and things of that nature. Yeah, like I don't know why he doesn't do more of that, but I get it, and I do feel like he's like that in real life because he really only has one album. One solidified album. I think he overthinks everything, and he's a worrywart. And like, I don't know. Hopefully, he comes out with something sometime.
I think also this season has made me not like his friend, the black producer. Can't think of his name.
Oh, Els.
I don't like him this episode. He's
his ego.
Arrogant.
Yeah, his ego is definitely up there now that he's like working with Trippie Redd and some of these other people, and like he's getting his name out there. I do like, but see, after you see this new episode, I think you might see him differently, because like when in his episode where they were at the bar mitzvah, right, and it was that he wanted a feature on every one of Lil Dicky's tracks. Yeah. But then later on, he's talking to his manager on the phone. He was like, I just wanted to see what he would do. And which was like not talk to him for one, and two, like totally just be like, nah, like he doesn't deserve it. What do? You just make music, you just do the beats. So like I think people are starting to realize how much of a narcissist Lil Dicky is, and then treating him as such. Like, do I even want to continue do I want to grow with this dude? Because like he's being stagnant, but yet I'm getting all these other opportunities. But then he's acting like he's the greatest in the world, when like other people don't even act like that are at that level. You know what I mean? And you really gonna see that in this next episode.
Okay. I'll save it for the next episode. Okay. But it's a good series.
It's like good
overall, except for that doggone one episode, which was way too much for me. Yeah,
got way too homosexual.
Yes, it did for me. Yeah, way too like.
But it was like
in your face type stuff.
Supposedly playing, but like black folks don't play like that. You know what I mean?
And they said the black dude said it.
Yeah.
He said, "Man, if that's what you want to do, you ain't got to do it in front of me."
Right.
So yeah, I agree with that. So yeah.
Hulu. So I watch it on Hulu just because it's like uncensored and all that type of stuff. So they release American Horror Stories. So it's not American Horror Story like the regular show. It's like it's more of a anthology within the season itself.
Okay.
But I bring this up for two reasons. One, the first two episodes had Paris Jackson in it, which is Michael Jackson's daughter. Okay. Which that's when I think I might have asked you, do you see Paris Jackson as black?
No, I don't.
Because she looks nothing like, no features. So like,
But you know, back in the day, you know what I'm saying, during slavery time, you know what I'm saying, when Master went and
It was
did his
possible,
thing, you know what I'm saying, some people pass as
but
Caucasian, white.
she has no features,
But
like zero.
But my personal opinion is, I think that, you know what I'm saying, Michael just adopted these kids. You know,
I
they're
think
not
so
his
too.
at all.
I don't think his DNA is in those kids at all.
No, not at all. I think Geppetto Jackson got more than Paris.
Geppetto.
Yeah, you never heard of Geppetto Jackson?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's an up and coming artist.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about now. So that made me think about that when I saw her in that episode. She did good too. Like, so hopefully she has a career, and she looks more like Madonna than Michael Jackson when I saw her. And then like I looked at a picture of Madonna's daughter, and
Madonna got a real daughter?
She don't look like Madonna. Yeah, she got a real daughter.
I didn't know
it's
that.
like,
I thought Madonna adopted all her kids.
No, it's like Lourdes or something like that.
Hey, learn something new every day.
All right, so that was the first 2 episodes. This next episode was called Drive-In, right? And it has a kid that was in the Runaways, which I didn't watch, but
I did.
You watched Runaways.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the nerdy kid with the glasses, right?
The girl.
No, it was a guy. Black dude
with the hair.
With a like fro.
Yeah.
All right, so he's cut that down. It's curly like yours. His sideburns are like,
okay.
Brother, when I say I had to double take this kid, because I was like, I even told my wife, I was like, that looked like Lamar.
Oh, for real?
And she was like, I don't know if it looks like Lamar, but it definitely looked like it could be his kid. And then like I couldn't unsee it once I saw it. Like, you gotta watch it. It's not a scary.
Now I gotta go watch it.
It's not a scary episode.
I'm not worried about it being scary.
But yeah, watch it, because like dude, I was like and then like the way the camera would hit him sometimes, I was like, man, it looks just like, I was like, Lamar got some explaining to do. He got a kid out here in Hollywood, don't he know?
I bet not. And me sitting right here doing this podcast. Shit. Okay. Yeah. No, I'll definitely take it out. I'd look at it.
So everybody watching, watch this episode. Tell me what you think, because like it's episode 3 of American Horror Stories on Hulu.
Okay. But it's on FX, or is it just on Hulu?
No, it's just on FX. It's FX through Hulu. Okay. But it's only on Hulu.
Okay. Nah, I'll take a look at it. see. We had to put a side by side picture of it.
Yeah. Nah, I tried to find a good picture of him from the episode. I should have just took one with my phone. Yeah, but yeah, nah, it's crazy.
So I watched a movie called Joke yesterday. It's on Amazon.
I ain't seen that yet. I forgot that came out.
Don't waste your time.
I'm gonna watch it.
Don't do it. I'm telling you right now. Do not watch this movie, Joke. Okay, I'm saving you.
It's got Kate Beckinsale.
I'm saving you almost 2 hours worth of your time.
Well, if I ain't got nothing else to do,
do something else.
So what you saying is trash?
Trash. I should have watched something else. I'm not even gonna talk about the movie. That's how I'm gonna move on.
You move on? Did you see, okay, so that's a female-led movie, right?
It is.
Did you see Gunpowder Milkshake?
I did start watching that movie. Trash.
You think Gunpowder Milkshake's trash?
Yes. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
So the acting's terrible. The main chick is terrible.
So okay.
So the action scenes, in my opinion, also kind of terrible, because I can see everything. Like I can see you holding your punches. I can see when you're trying to connect. And
so you're saying they should have done quick cuts.
They should have done quick cuts. Absolutely. In that movie. That's why I don't like that movie right there.
Okay.
And the dialogue between her, it was just cheesy action. It reminded me of Sucker Punch, but Sucker Punch is way better.
So, from my viewpoint, I went into a movie called Gunpowder Milkshake and knew that it was going to be cheesy. Because the title tells you it's going to be a cheesy movie, right? I do agree. I think she was very stiff, especially in the beginning of the movie. I can't think of her real name, but she's also in Jumanji's with The Rock, and she's also in.
I'm trying to figure out where I knew her from.
She's also Nebula in the MCU. So you would think by now she would know how to fight, but apparently she doesn't, because it's clearly showed in this movie. And that was my biggest problem with the movie. I even said it watching it with my wife. I was like, the choreography in this movie is horrible. And like it could have benefited for some good choreography, because like it could have been a good movie if they would have had, because like I love the stylized look of it, right? So like the director clearly had a look that he was going for, but that's clearly where he stopped. Like he was like, all right, I want to have this aesthetic, but like
action.
I don't know how to. Yeah,
just let him do it. So I personally, and and I think this will be the last thing I say on this movie too, because I thought it was trash. I watched the movie on strength of Angela Bassett on. I thought it was.
Did you make it that far?
Yes.
Okay, so you made it to where she showed up.
Oh,
I thought you said you cut it off.
No. I watched the movie. I just said it was. I didn't like the movie.
Oh, okay.
But I thought that because I watched the trailer and Angela Bassett was like gung ho in the trailer. I said, oh man, it's gonna be a good movie. Angela Bassett as an action. Watched the movie. It's like, man, this is terrible.
Yeah.
Garbage.
I thought Leah Headley, the Queen, Cersei, Game of Thrones. I thought she was good in it because I mean she didn't do nothing outside of what she would normally do. And the little girl. The little girl kills it.
Ain't that the same little girl?
From My Spy?
My Spy. Yep.
Yeah.
I knew it was.
Yep. She's been in some other stuff too,
Batista.
but she's gonna have a good career ahead of her, because she kills it. All right, man, we can move on.
Yeah. No, milkshake, garbage, joke, garbage. I would think I was watching this TV series called Ted Lasso.
I ain't watching it because it's on Apple. So Apple, like I can stream pretty much anything to my TV, right? So like Chromecast, I can just put it on my Chromecast. I cannot do that with the Apple app because I don't know, they got some block on it or something.
Between Apple and Google?
Yeah, but I can do it to like my son's TV, which is smaller. I can shoot it to his TV because it's enabled on. Anyway, that prevents me from watching a lot of Apple stuff because I don't want to watch it on my laptop or anything. But I think I'm about to get it again because season 2 is about to come out.
Season 2 of what?
See. SEE with Jason Momoa.
Never seen it.
What? You got Apple?
No, I don't really have Apple.
So how'd you watch Ted Lasso?
So I was on a flight from Dallas to Nashville or vice versa, and I watched it on there. I was like, this is pretty funny. So that's why I brought it up, because Ted Lasso, I think, is a pretty good TV series. It got the man
Jason Sudeikis
from Saturday Night Live, former cast member, who I think is killing this episode. I mean, this TV series.
Yeah,
he's funny. It's the main lady on there is from Game of Thrones. She was one of the women who was shaming the woman you just
Cersei.
talked about from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Cersei.
Is that what her name is? Cersei? Okay, so she was one of like the nun who was ringing the bell. While
Shane.
Yeah, Shane. Yeah, so she's the main woman that's in this also. I think it's pretty good.
Okay, I ain't seen it, so
I think that you would laugh because it's kind of we have the same type of comedic type humor,
right?
I guess you could say. So I like it. So I think that it'd be something like that you would like. Not as funny as the recommendation that you got me on with Letterkenny, but I think that you'll like it.
Speaking of Letterkenny, did you know that not Jonesy? What's his name? Is it Jonesy?
Jonesy?
Nah, the one they don't show.
Oh no. No, it is Jonesy. Shut up, Jonesy.
Because it's Riley.
Yeah, it's Jonesy. I think it is Jonesy.
Yeah, I think it's Shortsy and Jonesy. Yeah. I think it's Jonesy. But anyway, he's getting his own show.
Oh, a spinoff?
Yeah. Which I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know if they...
Just be him by himself,
hopefully
like
they don't
Peanuts.
show him. But yeah, I think that...
Are they doing another season of
Letterkenny?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That dude, Shorzy. Yeah, Shorzy, the one with the long hair.
Right, he's in Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks, the new reboot of Mighty Ducks.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it either, but I do know that he was in the movie. I started to watch it, me in London, but then we left and did something else, so I didn't get to finish it.
Oh, going back to Disney. Nope, it's not Disney. It's HBO Max. Space Jam.
It was good. I liked it. London liked it. My only critique on it was, of course, just LeBron's acting. Other than that, I thought it was a good movie.
What movie was he in? Like, I get that he's never probably acted against a green screen before, but like I've seen him act. Like Trainwreck. He was in Trainwreck. He had a small role in Trainwreck, but he was funny and good in it. Man, he's stiff from the moment you first see him and he's talking to them kids. I was like, I fell asleep on that movie.
Did you?
I fell asleep on it. Not to say that it was a bad movie, but I was like, I think I overhyped it in my head because like I'm a Space Jam fan, and I even was
that was your problem.
Like I was like, yo, like I don't like Space Jam for Michael Jordan. Like he's in it, but like there's other stuff happening. Nah, this really needed a good like actor, good something. You know what I mean? Because like the story is just not. it's not good. Like the story is not good.
The story, you're right. The story is not good, and I also don't like the fact that Disney is doing Marvel stuff. So now they got Don Cheadle as the bad guy, but then you got this whole cyberverse, Space Jam, multiverse, Marvel. Why?
Right.
Why try to intertwine them?
And then you put in every WB character that you can find in the background in the crowd. So like
I was cool with that too. I was cool with that.
But none of the characters look like the characters. Like they all looked off. Like
it's fine.
The different Catwomans.
It's a kiddie movie. It's not for you. It's for them.
The Mask is in there.
Yeah, it was just for you to identify certain people that was in the background and associate those movies.
It felt like I was playing a bad video game. You know what I mean?
I mean, it was a video game.
Yeah, I mean it was.
The premise of
the whole movie right, which makes no sense.
Hey, it's a kiddie movie, man.
No, I need more.
I enjoyed it.
I fell asleep on
it. Except for his acting and except for the whole multiverse, cyberverse type deal or whatever.
I need to watch it again. I really do because like, I was
probably tired. You didn't watch it at all. You said you fell asleep.
Yeah, I did.
What you mean watch it again? You need to watch it. Period.
Well, first of all, what I saw was trash. But that was the lead up into going to Toontown, and by the time him and Bugs started going to get the other Looney Tunes, like
at the very beginning of the movie,
asleep.
You missed like an hour.
They knocked me out of it.
All right. So, Nobody.
But Nobody's a good movie.
Nobody is a good movie. I don't even know the name of the guy.
Bob Odenkirk.
Okay, he's a good movie. Good movie. I enjoy so much so that I think I can compare that to John Wickish.
Mm-hmm.
And I even to the point to where he went into that pawn shop and the military dude was like, "Man, who are you?" And he showed him who he was. Or whatever.
Oh yeah, and that old man he got
out of there.
He knew.
Yeah.
Well, he was a vet.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, he was a veteran. And I think he was like a Vietnam vet in there, and he was like, "Nope, I already know y'all finna get messed up. Give him whatever he wants."
So, no, Nobody was a good movie. I liked the movie. They need to be a part 2, honestly. I think.
Yeah, I really liked it. My only problem with the movie was they didn't explain RZA. Like, one, he was in hiding. Why was he in hiding? You never told that. 2, clearly they were raised as brothers. How did that happen? You know what I mean? Because clearly one's black, one's white, and the father's white. So like, what happened there? Like, I need some type of backstory.
I even like Christopher Lloyd as being the father.
Oh no, he was good. Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Especially when he was like acting like he was sleeping, just shot that dude. Oh man, yeah. That was I enjoyed Nobody. That was good.
What about the Nevers? Have you seen the Nevers on HBO Max?
So I boycotted the Nevers.
What?
On purpose. Because it was directed and created by Josh Whedon, who has, like, he's known to be toxic. You know, of course he did Avengers and stuff like that, but when he came on the scene for Justice League, like, he belittled Cyborg's Ray Fisher.
Yeah.
He tried to force Gal Gadot into some situations. Then, like, since then, it's been people coming out the woodwork. Like, when he was on Buffy, there were certain things that, like, he did on there. So yeah, I was like, nope, I'm not watching the Nevers.
I didn't know that. So
they didn't advertise. Like, so had this never came out, right? Like, had Ray Fisher not been coming out like Joss Whedon's nothing, he's, you know, this is this, the Nevers would have been advertised as Joss Whedon's The Nevers. But because now we know about Joss Whedon, they took him completely away from the project and just tried to sneak it out there. That's why it wasn't that much advertisement for the Nevers to begin with. So yeah, I hadn't watched it.
All right, well, I think it's a pretty good episodes. Series. It's kind of slow in some places, but I enjoyed it outside of the fact of what you just said. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I say about that. I'm trying to think of anything else. Would you got anything else? Movie wise?
I know I've seen something. I just can't think of what it is. Because we went on a tear. Like, when I rented Nobody, I was renting like a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I can't really think of nothing. You've seen what's that? Russell Crowe movie where like that woman cut him off.
The Road Rage movie.
Yeah.
Can't think of the name of it. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. What about
Did you watch it?
No, I didn't.
It's on Prime. That's why I bring it up.
No, I didn't
So
watch
check it out. I say it's hilarious. It's hilarious to me, but like it's not hilarious because people really do road rage out like that. So
And it's more often now too.
yeah,
Like people are dying and getting injured for serious, just because of the way people are driving. So man, hey, calm down, take a chill pill, take a deep breath, woosah, whatever you need to do.
Right. Remember your pressure points.
No.
So switching off movies, did you watch the finals?
I did not.
Nah, you neither. Are you happy with the outcome?
Yeah, I'm not bothered by it.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm cool with Milwaukee winning. I'm cool with everybody on that team getting the chance, getting their ring, getting their shine on. I really wasn't going for either one of them, honestly.
Right. I mean, like to me, I was happy that small markets were in the championship. So one, you have small markets. Two, you don't have super teams. So it was very interesting to see how that was going to shake out. I'm a huge Giannis fan just because I think he's a better LeBron.
A better LeBron. Explain.
So like LeBron goes to the hole. Everybody just needs to get out the way because you can't stop him. Giannis goes to the hole. Everybody needs to get out the way because you can't stop him. However, Giannis will put up a 50-point game to win a championship. LeBron will not do that. He has yet to do that. He will not take over a team. Instead, he would rather try to force his teammates to play. That's admirable.
And that's a good leader.
That's admirable.
I want to put you in the game.
Sometimes you need to take over as a superstar to win the game. Giannis does that.
Hey man, I came here to do, what I did in the 10 years that I've been in the league. So what I need to do now is secure the rest of my future, which is coaching.
Who you talking about? You talking about LeBron?
Yeah, I'm talking about LeBron. Yeah. I think he's going for the front office job.
He's never done it though.
Doesn't matter. I need to start somewhere to learn how to do some stuff.
He's been in the league for over 15 years, possibly. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out. I don't know how long he's been in the league, but he's never been the killer, which like not everybody needs to be. But if you're the star of the team and you have the physique, the strength, and the ability
skills,
of LeBron James, there's no reason why you should be losing the game. You know what I mean? Like Anthony Davis goes out, who cares? I'm taking this mug over. Get on my back, everybody, because I'm going to the hole. Like, it makes no sense that he doesn't do that. Man, thus, why he didn't get a championship ring.
Hey, dude, I have a family outside of this basketball court. I want to live my life without any injuries. You know what I'm saying? I'm protecting my body. You know what I'm saying? I got other aspirations and dreams. I don't need to do all of this.
Okay, I give you that the past 5 years, but what about the other time? Back when he was in Cleveland the first time, why wasn't he that killer? Back when he went to Miami, why wasn't he that killer? Back when he went back to
I had a super team there. I didn't have to
Cleveland. He did too. No, they lost the first year.
It doesn't matter. We was learning each other.
LeBron would go to half court and just stand there. Won't play offense. He won't even be an offensive threat. So like he won't even roam the paint so people can think like, oh man, they're gonna pass LeBron the ball. No, he would just stand back and take himself completely out of the equation at times. That hurts his teams.
I agree with that.
I get what you're saying. Longevity, all that good stuff. That's awesome. Go play for San Antonio so Papa sit you down for 2 weeks if you want longevity. You know what I mean? Like, go play for somebody that knows how to manage the lifespan of somebody's career. Tim Duncan was 105 when he retired.
Well, Robinson was like 110.
Yeah. The Admiral was playing in the 1800s.
What about music? You heard that new Kanye yet?
Nah, man, I can't find it.
Oh, I haven't heard it either.
Logistically, you live 45 minutes away from me. So I was like, man, I'm going to get this Kanye. I'm going to listen to it the whole way. That way I can have a good review for the podcast. That ain't nowhere. Except for maybe Tidal, because you did mention that it might be on Tidal, which it may be. I don't get Tidal. I've said that on this podcast before. I just feel like the exclusivity of Tidal irritates me.
It's like Apple.
Who's coming out with an only
You know what I'm
Apple
saying? But it's
album?
Apple only comes out with certain features and things that are only specific for Apple users.
But we're not talking about like
apps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
No, we're talking about entertainment, and you're deciding like. So now what we're doing is we're taking music and putting it into the same conversation as TV and movies, to where like now I can only get this album from this app or streaming platform for music, and I can only get this album from this stream. Like, who wants to do that with music?
Nobody wants to do that, but that's the way it is. I mean, you do that with
Look,
movies now. You can only watch certain Netflix movies on Netflix because they have bought the rights to that movie.
Okay, do that with somebody that I care about. I've been canceled Kanye. Like most people. Like most people ain't listen to Kanye like that no more. But I was like, you know what? He's away from Kim now. Let me see what his brother's talking about. Like maybe I judged him too harshly, and then I can't even find the damn album. So like, really, all you're doing is making me more of an anti-fan than I already was.
Well, you must be an anti-fan of a lot of different things then, because you're picking and choosing about the subscriptions that you want to subscribe to with everything, because everything is online right now. Like you have all these different, like Amazon Prime,
right,
Netflix, Hulu, Apple Plus. Like
right.
You said, you don't have Apple Plus right now because it won't stream to your Google Podcast. So but you're picking and choosing. Like you could if you wanted to. Just like you could get the title if you wanted to.
I could if I wanted to pay more money.
But why are you punishing the man? Because you don't want to subscribe.
Because I already wasn't that hype about Kanye to begin with. It'd be different. It'd be different if this is 10 years ago and Kanye's my favorite artist at the time, right? You know what I mean? Then I would probably be like, you know what? It's worth me going to get Tidal to get this album because I really want this album. But since then, he's talking about slavery as a choice and all this other type of stuff. He's going crazy, blah, 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 blah. And I get the brother got things going on in his life, so I ain't trying to, like, I get it. There's probably reasons for everything, right? And even the slavery is a choice. Like, I kind of get the basis of what he was saying. He's just out of context. But still, I'm not listening to his music like I used to be, so therefore, I don't care enough to go get Tidal for this. And it's not, like, if Jay-Z came out with an album, I'll probably be like, if it's Tidal only, that's not that good enough. You know what I mean?
Eventually, it'll be.
But if you give me, like, a Nas, Jay-Z, like if the Firm, like, hey, we're putting the Firm back together, but we added Jay-Z, or the Commission, right? So like we got these unreleased Biggie tracks or verses. We got Nas on board, Jay-Z's on board, and matter of fact, we're gonna let the Neptunes and Just Blaze produce it, and like it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be Nas is finally gonna release that track he bought from the Neptunes for so much money. It's gonna be on this. Man, in a heartbeat, I'll be like, yep, that's enough for me. Like, you know what I mean? But like, so far, Tidal has not put out a project that I was like, oh, I need to run out and get Tidal. No, it's like a movie coming out in the theater now. I'm like, I'll wait.
Yeah. Some things I still go see. I think, what did we go see? We went to see something in the movie theater.
You went and saw Fast 9, which we didn't even talk about.
Fast 9, yeah. So ridiculous movie. We're going to come back to music in a second, but Fast 9 was a ridiculous movie. The story was crazy. Action scenes was crazy. It was just too far-fetched. They then took a great franchise from the very first movie and has blown it way out of proportion. But hey, they making money. Obviously, because I went to go see it in the theater.
And it's 9.
And it's number 9. So number 10 is, you got to blow my mind even more now. This time they went to space because other people wanted to see them go to space.
Next time it's the ocean.
Number 10, where are they gonna go? Where can they
underwater?
Go? Heaven, hell. You know what I'm saying? We going supernatural. That's what I want to see. Show me some magic now. You gotta do something that's. I mean,
the crew's learning everything else on their off time apparently.
Obviously,
so
obviously,
you got physics and what is people that work on space shuttles called?
Astronauts.
But the
engineers.
Yeah, I guess. But anyway, they learning stuff that they shouldn't know. Like when you first showed me this character, like say for instance Tyrese, he was a thief, right?
Driving in a rally track.
You're right.
You know.
Now this brother can do anything. When you first showed me,
he's invincible, by the way.
He's invincible?
He's invincible. He said it himself. He's invincible in the movie. He said he's invincible. Spoiler alert. I don't know if you've seen it.
Nah.
He's invincible.
Then you got Ludacris, who was just putting races together. He knew a little bit. He was a DJ, so he knew a little bit about computers. But now this dude's an all-out hacker.
Right.
And I think then he put the spaceship together. Like,
no, he didn't put the spaceship together.
Oh, okay.
No, but he is definitely a hacker.
He's
and
a hacker.
He can crack safes and all
right.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Where do you get these skills from?
Ridiculous.
When he had the time.
What is Dom doing? All he's doing is still driving cars and just figuring out how to save people in midair. You know, he's
everybody else learning on their outside time. He out there making a family. Family.
All right, back to music. All right,
you seen the family memes? Like they've been putting the brother everywhere.
No, I haven't seen them. I guess I need to look at that one.
It's a whole like thing where like it'll just be like it'll be something else. Like take Loki for example. Like it'll be like Loki, Sylvie, and it'll be like. And then it'll be like Dom, like dressed as a Loki, and it'll be like family. Like stupid.
No, I haven't seen that. And John Cena in the movie too. Why? Because I want to put John Cena in the movie.
Well, I mean, why not? We lost The Rock.
Exactly.
Got to put another wrestler in there.
Another wrestler. So I mean, his acting skills already. We saw that in Bumblebee. He plays the military precision type dude to a T. That's his role. That's his lane. He need to stay in that.
Don't go out.
Don't go outside of that. That's like saying John Batista, he tired of his whole goofy-ish. He wants to be more serious. No, stay in your lane. I don't want to see you do anything else. I seen the preview to the movie Doom that's about to come out.
That look hard.
It does look good, but I'm pretty sure that he's probably going to be this stern, monster type figure. I don't know if that's going to work for him.
I think it will. Because I think Drax in the beginning was like, I don't think he was as goofy in the first movie.
Yes, he was.
He wasn't as goofy.
Yes, he was serious because of his family had got killed.
Right.
And he wanted revenge. Mm-hmm. But yet he still was goofy in the movie about how he went and did things.
I mean, he wasn't as bad as he was in that second one for sure. But nah, I see what Batista's saying anyway. Like he wants to stretch if he can. He may not be able to. But in Blade Runner 2049, he did good. Like I thought he was good.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's versatile to do both. I do. But some of these other wrestlers don't.
And what's the name too?
John Cena, I don't see it.
In that Bond, he was in the Bond movie. He did good.
Yeah, even the Hotel
Artemis.
Yeah, he did good in that movie.
So
but John Cena, he did that movie with he was in the Fire Chief.
Oh yeah, I ain't watched that.
It was a kiddie movie and Precision. That's what he was in that movie.
Yeah,
that's his lane. Stay in your lane. Good wrestler, great charisma and you know what I'm saying, and presentation, but seriousness? No, that's not you. That's not you.
That Doom trailer was hard though.
Doom trailer was
like,
good.
I had no aspirations of seeing Doom. I was like, and back when they were trying to get off of HBO, like being released on HBO Max, I was like, ain't nobody gonna see Doom? No way. Nobody want to see that. I saw that trailer. I was like, this looks epic. Like I can't lie. Like you won me over with this trailer.
I don't know, man, but I think that the storyline is gonna drag, kind of like.
It's gonna be slow.
Lord of the Rings.
It's gonna be slow. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you because the director is a slow paced director. Like he likes that slow pace, and just like Blade Runner 2049. Like it's super slow, but it's a good movie.
All right, jumping back to music. Then.
All right, sorry.
All right, so next verses is coming up. We got Dipset versus the Lox.
Dipset.
Who you rocking with? Dipset versus the Lox. You got
I mean
Sheik.
Right.
You got Jada.
Right.
You got Sheik, Luch, Jadakiss, and
Styles P.
Styles P. My bad. Styles P.
Right.
Jim Jones.
Right. Jimmy Capo.
Jules Santana.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got Cameron himself.
Killer Cam. I mean, okay, let's talk because it's gonna depend, right? Are we talking about pure like group projects?
No.
Or are we talking about can we enter in the solo projects?
You have to.
It still go either way. God, dog. Because like when I started thinking about solo projects, I'm like, man, Dipset got this. Because like they only really came out with like 2 albums. Yeah. One was a double, and then they had just one single. But then like projects from like Cam and Jewels and Jim. And Jim has done nothing but grown. Like that's hard. But then like I think about like She Luke's project, or I think about Styles P solo album, or like even Jadakiss solo album, like I'm not the biggest Jadakiss fan. He wasn't my favorite out of the Locks. I know that's an unpopular statement.
He wasn't mine either.
But because I always like Chic Luke's personally, and then Styles P grew on me, when he started doing his own solo stuff. But like, I think so as a unit, their albums I don't think are as strong as the Diplomats albums. But I think solo, I think it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be. I don't know if we get a clear winner. You know what I mean? Hopefully they don't talk over each other, man. Like I don't like that about the battles. Like some of the battles where like I watched the Bow Wow and what's his name? Soulja Boy battle. And they was just like talking about it. Some of it was funny. Some of it was super funny. Like
I didn't watch that one.
Cause they was talking about like stuff they got and the other person would like call them out on it. Like, you ain't got that. Like, what you talking about? So like some of it was funny, but then like you do all this like talking over each other and all this animosity and stuff like that, and then like at the end you gonna hug and put a group, a group project out. Like, man, come on, man. I already know that's how it's gonna end. What's his name did the same thing. Gucci Mane and Jeezy, yeah, they was talking crap the whole time. And then Soulja Boy played the same song like 4 times.
I heard that. Yeah. He ain't got nothing else. He ain't got, what I'm saying, the large catalog.
But anyway, all right, so back to them, to the Locks versus Dipset. Oh, man, so I don't know who you got.
I got Dipset.
You got Dipset for the win?
I got Dipset for the win. I love the Locks. I do.
Yeah.
As individuals and as a collective.
So what's the shutdown song like Dipset can play and you like, it's over right now?
Man. I gotta go to my repertoire.
I'm gonna tell you on that first
I really don't know.
Diplomat Immunity, what's really good, that's hard, right? So that's the one with DMX doing the hook, and it's the Coming to America beat.
What song is that?
What's really good?
It's really good.
Cam got some hits by itself.
They all got hits.
Get it in Ohio.
What are you talking about?
You know what I mean?
Man, I mean, out of all three of them, I think it's today.
Yeah.
Out of all three of them, I think it's Jim,
yeah.
Cam, Cameron, then Jewels.
Jewels fell all the way off.
He did. But back then, when it was popping, it was Cameron,
Jewels,
and then
Jim.
Jim.
It was. Jim has definitely grown the most, like by far. Most improved,
absolutely, 100%. Jim today is like how I feel where Method Man is, where he can jump on anybody's track, hold his own, and maybe even kill it.
Yeah, because Jim on that Benny the Butcher, like he go off on that, man. He was off on what's that? Swiss Beats. Swiss Beats last album, Jim had a song on there, and that mug snapped.
Yeah, so I'm going with Dipset, but I like the Locks as well. Yeah. But I'm going with Dipset.
I'm gonna tell you what also hurts the Locks is that there was a time where there was under Bad Boy music. So like all those songs you can't even use. Like
you can use them if you want to. If you just want to throw some fun. Yeah, throw me one of them. Yeah. Chinese suit man. That was funny. Yeah. Anything else you got going? Anything else you want to talk about? Bring up?
Nah, not really. Not that I can think of offhand.
I know we went through a gambit of stuff real quick. Bunch of it was movie and TV related, music stuff towards the end, but not a lot of music stuff towards the end. But we did go through some of the stuff. Man,
y'all be safe out there. I know it's like variants of the COVID going on. Then something about some monkeypox. I ain't
even heard of that.
I ain't even look into that.
Monkeypox.
Yeah, it's out there.
Okay. Sound like some Ebola type stuff.
Sound like a dance.
What's the name?
The monkeypox.
Something like monkey feet.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah. So, y'all be safe out there. Woosah, whatever you need to do, mentally stress, de-stress, everything you got going on. There's a lot of different things out there for you all to just chill, man. Just chill, live your life.
Yeah.
Be good.
Yeah. Hopefully we get this marijuana bill passed through Congress because I know they're working on trying to put something forth to the floor.
All right, so we finna go political.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, you talking about everybody just chill some stuff out there, but like,
when you said that, this
so
made me think about what Texas is trying to do, which is doing some voter suppression type stuff. You know what I'm saying? In Texas. So make sure you're plugged into your local, state, and federal offices and what they got going on, because what they're doing is affecting what we're doing.
Yeah,
absolutely. So my soapbox is not up here. I came down here. I just tell you to just be involved and be aware.
Yeah, know what's going on in your community.
Yeah, absolutely. School's about to start back up.
Yeah.
I know it's a lot of people that's on the fence between the mask mandates and non-mask for your kids and stuff like that. Really, the whole goal of this is for your kids to be educated, period. However you choose to let your kids be educated, that's on you, but make sure they get educated.
Yeah, definitely need that.
That's another thing that Texas is trying to. They've already passed something that went through the Senate and said that you can no longer teach about Martin Luther King.
Bro, did I send you that?
No.
It's a video. It's this dude, white dude. I don't know if he for real or if he joking, but it's funny because it's like he just learned about American history, and now he's like, "Why are we teaching this stuff?" So like he get up there and it's like during the school board meeting or something. And he's like, America needs to go back to when it was just America. He was like, how can you expect people not to harp on race when you're teaching all this racist stuff? He was like, Trail of Tears. He was like, we need to go back to learn about George Washington, but not the racist stuff. We need to go back to the MLK I Have a Dream speech, but not when the FBI tried to ruin his life. We need to go back to, like, I was dying laughing because like he was like, we need to go back to talking about World War II, but not the Japanese internment camps that we did here in America. Like he just learned, like it's like he just learned. No, it's like, but it's almost like he just learned this information. Like, oh, like we are a racist country, and if we really did teach this, like, then like people will hate us. You know what I mean? Like, or
it's
should.
Too late. They already do. Don't nobody like America but Americans. Really?
When you say Americans, so you mean like
the U.S. The people who live in the U.S.
Okay, but like, cause I've been out of country.
So
you've been out of country. Yeah, I was gonna get there. Do you feel like you got a rude reception as a Black American man, or do you feel like the perception of America is the white Caucasian American man? Like, so like when I've been out of country, like I get love.
No, the perception, I think, of foreign, if you go to foreign lands, their perception of America is the white American.
Right.
They see us and they may know that we're from America, but they don't associate us with being American. If that makes sense.
So they don't hate Americans, they hate white Americans.
I see what you did there. See what you did there.
Aha. Where's the spoon? Aha.
I got you. Okay. Point taken. Understood. But back to that whole situation is where people are getting, I guess, I don't know where this is coming from, and not to get on my soapbox since we just brought it up, is that individual states are bringing up these different set of laws to suppress certain things because people are picking and choosing, cherry picking at what they want other kids to learn about.
But it's always been like that. Like the fact that the only difference is now, one, it's being recorded. Two, I think people are actually bringing it to like a state or a county level. But like I've said it before, that like when I was in high school, my U.S. history teacher was skipping chapters of the textbook because she didn't want race to be involved. So like Trail of Tears, we'll talk about like the first page and then we'll skip the rest. When we got the civil rights, we'll talk about the first page. We might have Martin Luther King on it, then we'll skip the rest. And I'm flipping through. I'm like, nope, Black Panthers is in here. Nope, Marcus Garvey's in here. Nope, Malcolm X is in here. Nope, all these people are in here, but you ain't talking about them. So now, like my classmates that didn't have or not educated house, but who parents may not have been as involved with Black history. Now they don't have that Black history. You know what I'm saying? So like she's skipping stuff on purpose, and then the white people in the class, white kids, they had no idea who these people were, and wouldn't go on to not know who these people are, or just see it how the government has spent it.
Not like until they see something on TV,
like Black Panther Party. They're terrorists and enemies of the state and all this other type of stuff. They're the biggest threat to national security. These dudes trying to feed kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we talking about. Just because they carry guns at the courthouse, now all of a sudden they a problem.
That obviously.
But y'all do it all the time.
On January 6th, obviously. No consequences.
But if you don't know the history, then they will. That's how they try to, suppress you, anyways. Because our heroes, they try to paint as villains, and they try to take them out. FBI absolutely probably had something. Absolutely had something to do with MLK. Had something to do with Malcolm X. Had something to do with the Black Panthers kind of disintegrating in the Bay Area. Fred Hampton,
absolutely.
Which if the movie's back on HBO Max, so if you hadn't seen Judas and the Black Messiah, please watch it. It's a good movie. It's good acting, good story,
history,
and it's true.
It's our history. Yeah.
So, yeah, you don't want me to teach nothing. You got your mind.
That's why I go back to the point: be involved. Whether you just listen to the news channels or your internet media outlets or whatever, and try to make sure that you are engaged in what's going on, because this stuff is affecting you. Like, they're changing these laws in Texas, and I bet you half the people don't even know or did not know that half of that stuff was being presented.
Right.
You have a voice to tell them, no, don't do that. You have a voice to vote these people in and out of office.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're doing what you want to do. Maybe they are. I have no idea. I don't live in Texas, but I live here, and even here in Murfreesboro. I was driving down some street, I can't remember. It was next to one of the national parks that we have here.
Mm.
They had a Civil War reenactment scene going on. Full uniform. I was like, wow.
People love that shit.
Wow.
They love it.
Then I saw a sign. Obviously, I never rode down this road before. And then I saw a sign that said,
"You're not welcome."
Trail of Tears. No, Trail of Tears for Indians. I had no idea it was there.
Mm.
Right next to the Civil War stuff.
Yeah.
I had no idea. But yet, people are going out there dressing in full uniform, had the tents and stuff out there.
Mm-hmm.
Got other people going there just to go see and visit, I guess.
And watch. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's part of their history.
Right.
It's your history, but it doesn't make it right.
No. I mean, then, some of these statues and busts just came down. We just took
Nathan Bedford Forrest.
Yeah, we just took his down
out of the Capitol.
Yep. But where does it stop? Because Stonewall Jackson's sitting right in the front, and that dude massacred Native Americans. Massacred. And he owned slaves. And as tough as he was on Native Americans, you gonna tell me he was a good slave owner?
Right.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. That dude was evil. You know what I mean? And he was a president. Hey, Thomas Jefferson, we can go George Washington. All of them had slaves. Abraham Lincoln had slaves. Mm-hmm. Everybody always want to be like, was Lincoln freed the slaves? Lincoln ain't do nothing but a political move. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So how you gonna free somebody that shouldn't have been in captivity in the first place? But whatever. You know what I mean? You don't want to teach this stuff. How far do it go? That was my, when they was taking down statues to begin with, I was like, who cares? Personally, who cares? You want to take down, pick and choose who you take down. If you ain't taking down everybody, leave that dude up too. Yeah, he lost, but he's a part of history. So don't take him down so you can erase history. You know what I mean? Because that's what they're trying to do, is just erase that part. Nah, this happened. Keep them up.
Now, what they're gonna eventually do is the statues and monuments that we have up, one day they're gonna come back and take them down. Say this is racist. Mm-hmm. Take MLK down because he tried at the memorial in Washington D.C. Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it's gonna happen.
Yep, it's just gonna swing, because where does it stop? You know what I mean? Who? I mean, unless you got, I don't know of one person that's 100% equal everybody. You know what I mean? And if you say something like that, they probably say you're a communist. Marx. What's his name? One of them communist dudes, Marx.
So, yeah, we went on the soapbox. I tried to prevent, but we went there anyway.
I don't care. I'll talk politics.
No, I'm not worried about talking about it. I'm just saying, I was just looking for it as far as time-wise.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, if you're still with us, thank you.
And if you agree with us, give us a comment in the comments below.
Yeah. What you think? What you especially with the history thing? Should they take it out? because it promotes a division of race. I mean, you just cut on your news and see people dying on the streets, and that'll come up by itself. But whatever. Oh man, real quick. So talking about. So we was playing Red Dead the other night, and that white dude told us to rope one of the people and drag him into town. I was like, man, what is this game doing?
Right.
That was crazy. So like on the game, they told us to rope up a guy and drag him behind one of the horses
into the city,
into the town,
yeah.
So everybody can see. Luckily,
racist.
It was only white people that we had around us, because I wasn't finna drag a brother into town.
I mean, we just gonna lose that mission, huh?
Right. I'd have shot that dude in his head.
I mean, why are you picking and choosing now? Because you did go beat up a brother.
First of all, I did. I used my hands. I punched him a couple times, roughed him up.
Made him give you some information.
Yeah. He could have been Uncle Tom. We don't know. You see, he gave us the information to his old gang. His whole old gang was white. What that tell you, brother?
It tells me that it's a game. That's what it tells me.
All right, I'm sorry. I thought that was crazy, the fact that they told us to rope somebody into town.
Like, subscribe to our channel. If you listening on one of our streaming platforms, go ahead and subscribe to it as well. Check us out on our other podcasts that we got going on. Men in Marriage for me.
Yeah. Already vetted, coming soon.
So please support us in those 2 different venues as well. Let us know what you think about this podcast, what we're talking about. Don't just hit the like button. Talk to us. We want some feedback.
Hit the like button too.
There you go. Do it all. Do it all. We want to hear some feedback. You like what we're even talking about. Or you know what I'm saying? We need to shut it down. Let me know.
Yeah. Or if you like one thing that we talk about more, like maybe towards the end, the political stuff is more your thing. So maybe we need to do that more instead of so much movies and TVs. Right, because we do spend a bulk of time there.
So yeah. So let us know.
All right.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
Need to get back on this time thing, man.
Yeah. We do.
So yeah. Until next time.